So I import my budget, calendar, customer, and sales sheet. Okay. And now I move to fourth and fifth and sixth one, like product table. Click open. And the same one, see, when I click on the product, it will give me the preview of only the product table. See, only the product table. And when I go into sheet, it will give me the sheet table, sheet scenario. So I just click on product only and just click on OK. So product table is there. And now if I move into third one, my territory table is there. Territory table and just click on OK. And see, in the territory table, we have a 11th row. Okay. So 11th row has a value of NA, 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 NA. Okay.
అది ఏంటంటే
Okay. So in the 11th row, we have a value of just NA, NA, NA. So we don't want this value. So for this, you can just remove row. And right now, you can just remove bottom row. Click on a bottom and remove the number of row as a 1 so that you can remove that row and applied step is there, and then all the file will be done. Budget file, check the calendar file as well as if you need to change anything. See, I need to change one thing. In the date column, there is a date and time. So I just click on this date and remove the data type as just a date. We don't need as a time. So replace current, we have to replace this value and see my data type as a date key. Date key as a numerical, year, quarter, month number. Okay, month, fiscal year, fiscal quarter. Yeah, one more thing I will tell you. Suppose if you want that, suppose another data set, if in another data set you don't have any calendar table, okay, so you can use this calendar table for another data set as well, as because right now this calendar table is only from 2016 to 2019, 14 to 16 maybe. Okay, in this data we have a 14 to 16. So if you make any data set changes, you can just, instead of 16, you can write it as 18 or 19 or 20. Just replace the value in Excel and you can change the value in Power BI as well as. Okay, so you can use this calendar table also in your next further report, as well as go to customer key first. See, in the first name right now, see, there is a first name and last name. So we don't want as a full name. See, in the full name, what is the use of split column, guys? See, full name, there is a Young and Jan, and when you click on split column, it will give you by delimiter, by number of character, by position, by lowercase, by uppercase, by digit, by non-digit. So when you click on by delimiter, okay, and write it here as, see, when I move, write it here as uh, each occurrence of the delimiter and change the value. Yeah, select the enter delimiter. See, there is a comma, equal sign, semicolon, space, or tab. Right now it's a comma, so you can just click on comma and click OK. And when you click OK and see, your value will be changed. First name and the last name. Okay, your value will be changed. So this is the use of split column. You can just go to split and click the side. You can just change the split column for this. So right now I don't need, I just click back. So right now I don't need, and I don't need also full name, because I don't want full name. I don't, if you need as a full name, then you can put as full name. If you don't need as a first or last name, you can just put as a first or last name, same way. So if I don't need, you can just click on this. You can remove this column. Birth, date of birth, same way. I am just clicking as date only, not as a date. Marital status, gender, yearly income. Okay. total children, number children at home, education, occupation, contact number of car, address. Okay, because actually I don't need address line. Why I need? I don't need customer address. Date first purchase. You can write it as into the date column only. Common distance. If you want this, because I don't want, I just click on remove. Number car or number out. This two column also I don't need. I just click to remove column. Education. Okay, it's needed if you need this one. Okay, same way for sales product key order date. You can use as date only, because your date format should be same for every date column. Otherwise your date column is not matching with the relationship sometimes. So yeah, I have one question regarding, like, yesterday file you have matched my error. What is the error into HR file? Have you matched it? Is there any error into file I just made? Is there any error into HR file?
No, sir, I was not able to complete it right now.
Okay, okay.
Still,
No worry, no worry. When you complete, then please let me know. Okay, because I
yes,
also
of course.
not don't check. I
Okay.
don't have also that time. Otherwise, the function is all the function will be same. But when you try, then let me know also. Okay. Maybe some point or something is missing. Maybe that time. So we have all the things, sales and sales amount. Okay, all the things done. And for product, we have product key. And see, all the time you have to match the data type, because data type is important. And see, in the subcategory, you have a ABC and 1, 2, 3 as well. When you click on this, there is a value is null and some value is value. So right now you can choose as only the text value. I don't want to choose, I need only the text value. Okay. Category also same way. Go to any and text value. And see, in this line, some is green and some is this one black. And see what is the use of this black subcategory. 66% is a valid and 34% is a empty. Empty means null value. That is a null. Null means an empty column. Okay. And standard cost. See, cost will be done always in numerical, I think. You can just click on this and see it is always a numerical. So why it is there into text? So I just click on this data type. I write it as decimal number, not whole number, because if you write a whole number, the all the decimal point will be into complete whole number. Okay. Same way, color, list price. See, list price is always into decimal if the value is decimal. So I just click into this, and you can change the decimal number. You have to identify all the data set whether it's correct or not. See, product line, check whether it's a text or numerical. See, all the value is a text. So you can just click, either you can just click here from as a text, or you can go to here as a data type text. Model name, just click and check. See, text value. So you can click this and text value. Product description always into text value. See, why we have to change the data set, change the data type, sorry. This one question is also mentioned in your DA100 exam. Tell me why I changed this one. Tell me, anyone, why I changed this data type.
In order to sort the fields, because for the date fields there are with the same name we have different
Mhm.
second and different minute. So in order to calculate the same date field, we don't need minute or seconds. That's why.
No, no, no. See, one reason. See, when I click on the product table, the product key as a mention as a number. But when I go to sales, and in the sales table, if we have a product key, see, product key as a numerical. So both the date, both the product key as a numerical. So if we want to make a relationship between sales to product table, we identify the product key to the product key. And if under the sales table is numerical, under the product table is a text value, then if we have to make the relationship is connected, but your value is not located correctly into the visualization. So that is the reason that for every data set, we have to change or we have to check the data type first, and then we have to load the data set into our Power BI. Suppose if you want into budget file right now, see in my budget file, there is a month column, and month column right now it's a date. If I use as a suppose text, if I use as a text and replace current, okay, see the text value, Jan, this kind of text. And when I match with the calendar table, it is not matching. It is connected, but it is not correctly working. Okay, so that is the reason if we have to connect each column or same column with the two table like fact or lookup table, we have to identify that same column with the same data type also. Okay, now understand or any doubt, anyone related to this data type? Same way in the date territory, the numerical, text, text, and text, and all the things is done. When all the things done, you can just click on close and apply. So our first, second, and third step is completed. Extraction of sources, transformation, and loading into Power BI. When I click on my sales table, go to sheet 2, our this step is done. If you have any doubt till now, you can ask me, otherwise I will go move further. So any doubt? Right now it's creating connection, directing relationship. All the files are loading into Power BI. Now tell me, any doubt? Anyone? Pawan, Shabris, Hemlata, just me.
No,
No
sir.
doubt. No doubt. Okay, then I move further. See, when all the data is imported into Power BI, load into Power BI, the next thing is to maintain a relationship. When I click this, the fourth step is to data relationship. And I have a one question or two question for you. That why we make relationship? What is the important point? Remember, while making relationship. Tell me why we make relationship, and second thing, what is the important point? Tell me guys, why we making relationship and what is the remember to point that for making a relationship. Right now I am going to delete all this. Right now I'm going to delete all this. Just a minute. First I go to delete all this, and then we are going to make every relationship with your own. Delete. Go to this. I want to delete this one also. And delete this. Now tell me, why we making a relationship between all these five, and what is the point to be remembered? while making a relationship from starting to end? Tell me.
From fact to dimension table, so we need to make a relationship with common key.
Okay.
So by using that one, so while creating a visualizations, that will be easy to while writing the DAX functions or anything, that easily we can link. If you have a relationship, easily we can write the DAX functions and create visualizations.
Okay. So I have one question here. You have to make a relationship. Suppose if any column you have mentioned that we have to make a relationship with unique column between the fact table and dimension table. If in the fact table we have a column, but in the dimension table we don't have that same column, then because
we can check.
We have a same column into that sheet, that all the sheets, okay, like fact as well as lookup. But if in the like lookup table we have a same column, but fact table we don't have a same column, then
we need to check the data whether if we have any rename, we can make a rename column. If you have the column is different, data is same, then we can rename that column and make the relationship.
Okay. Main is the data type. Okay, so every time whether name column name is different, no worry, but data type is same. Okay, column name is different but data type is same, then it is okay. But column name is same and data type is different, that it is not okay. So main thing is to remember that data type should be same for the common column. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And next thing, guys, before making any relationship, okay, so every time lookup table into the upper part and fact table upper into the lower part, because if you're making the relationship with the all these table, it would be great to identify that what is a lookup and what is a fact table. Okay, so first I need to connect for every lookup table with the one table. Like, see, under the product category, under this product table we have a different column. Okay, from different column, and this product table we have a one column as a product key, and in this sales also we have also a product key. So I just choose this column product key to select the product key of the sales table. Okay, so that it means when we have a sales value till the product, and why we making a relationship, and relationship should be one to many, because under this product table the product key mentioned one time, but under the sales table that product key mentioned multiple times. That is a relationship between one to many between the product and sales table. And what is the impact of this, guys? See, when I click on this like table, I choose one table here, I choose one table and go to product. Suppose I write it here as product name, and from the sales table I write it here as sales amount. Drag and drop as a sales amount. See, so we have a sales amount and we have a product name. Okay, see, this relationship is connected after the relationship. When I remove this point, when I remove this point, okay, and see the impact of your sales. Now table, remove and see the impact. See every row given the same value, because when you make the relationship between the product table and the sales table, then only you can identify the same value, then only you can identify the correct value. But when you remove that relationship, the value should be changed and with the same value. See, the sale value of every product is the same, it means, and total value of the sales is more higher than. Okay, so that is the reason that if you connect the product key to the product key between sales to product table, and see the now result is into your hand. See, the result is into your hand every time. Okay, so that is the reason that we should use our relationship is a great way. And same way, I just click on this table, make this table, copy and just paste it. first, second, and right now I don't need as a product name. Okay, now I move as a, suppose, customer, and customer as a first name. I need as a first name, and see, the first name value will be the same as higher till the when I'm making the relationship. We have a customer key here, and we have a customer key here. So when you select the customer key to customer key, the relationship and changes would be the different. Into your visualization, see, for every person your value will be the change, total sale, but total sale value is same, but for every product it is different and every person is a different. And same way, just I click this one, copy and just paste and paste. One. So instead of first name, I move to calendar and select the date. I don't need as a date, day, month, quarter. I need as a year wise sales, and see, the total year is 14, 15, 16, 17, and we have all the sales will be same. But when I'm making the relationship between the date table to the order date, and see, the relationship would be different in your site. It is a one-to-many, and when you go to the visualization and see, the different will be in your eyes. Okay, and same way, what is the next step? For next step, instead of first name, I put it as territory. So sales territory. So right now, if I use as country, okay, so we have a country and sales value is there, but when you go to the relationship, till the sales territory key is not matching with this key, sales territory key. It is a relationship between sales territory to sales territory, and the result is now it's okay. And now you are understand, I think, complete with this part of explanation. Now you are understand all. Hello, any doubt till now? Because now we are going to complete our first relationship with the sales dashboard. Now one more thing. In the second page, I click one more table. And put the sales amount only. And from the calendar table, I put the date amount. Instead of day, month, quarter, just here, the sales. See, we have a total sales. First, second, 13 means 14, 15, 16 total sales we have. And same way, when I move into budget file, I put the budget value here, and see, sales value is good, but budget value is not good. Why? Anyone? Tell me.
No relationship between
Date
calendar
table
and the
between
budget.
the date
Yes.
table and the budget table. Okay.
Budget.
So when I move this and select this date table to the month, select this date table to the month. Okay. And see the impact in this visualization. See, we have a budget only for 2016, not for 2014 and 15. Okay. See, but one more difference, one more things. After making the, see, we have a sales table connected with the calendar, and budget table is connected with calendar. It is automatically connected with sales to a budget. We don't need to connect sales to a budget twice, because sales is connected with calendar and budget is connected with calendar. It means A to B and A to C is already connected to B to C. Okay, now understand for this. If you have a 2, 3, or 4 fact table also, then you have to just connect your A table with all these B, C, A, B, C, D, E, F, G till the end. But you don't need to connect B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F. You don't need to connect. You just only need to connect with your dim table to the fact table, and your all the fact table will be connected with that dim table. Okay. Now understand, or any doubt into your mind? Same way, I already told you that in the customer key, we don't have a budget. In the territory key, we don't have a budget, but for the product key, we have a budget. So just click on this product key and choose the product key to product key. You have a budget value now. Okay, and same way you can analyze that part. When I click on this table, copy and just paste it. Go to this next way. So instead of year, you can use this product, like product name. Go to this above and see, for every product you have a sales amount and you have a budget amount for every product. Okay, and it's only for 2016. So you can use one more thing. Go to town. Make one slicer. Calendar table here. Okay. Okay. And go to this list. Go to this formatting. Journal. Right now we have a budget only for 2016. Then you can connect on this way. So we have a sales value 2016 in 164 and budget value of 2016 in 168. Same way you can go into budget value, click on the delimiter, and then you can analyze your sales and budget values. Okay. So now any doubt you have till now? Why we making a relationship? Because relationship is important to making the visualization into our reports. If the relationship is not good or not correct, your visualization is not going to correct. Now understand? Or anyone have any doubt like Hemlata, Jasmeet, Pawan and Chabrish? Any doubt you have? Can you hear me all or not?
No, no, sir. No doubt.
So now we are going to move into our next step. Now our relationship is done. So after the next step, we have a fifth step as a DEX calculation or a column calculation. We have a two name, calculated column or calculated measure. That's the DEX calculation. But what is the difference between calculated column and calculated measure? First, I need to understand this. Fifth point, we have a DEX calculation, and in this DEX calculation, we have a two different things, that calculated column and calculating measure. So I have a one question, that what is the difference between calculated column and difference between all these two, calculated column and calculated measure. What is the difference between these two? Jasmeet, Hemlata, what is the difference between these two, calculated column and calculated measure? Okay, I will tell you. See, when I move into this, go to third page, I select one table and for this I select as budgeted value. For calendar, I select as year. And for sales, I select as sales amount, and see the year is showing as numerical. So you just click on this and don't summarize, because right now year value is a summarize and budget is down, means sales and budget. And now I need to filter because we have a budget only for sales. So I just click on as a year, advanced, basic, click on only 2016 because I am going to explain only 2016. And go to your calendar table, month. This is the month column. You can just drag and drop between this and see we have a sales and budget amount for every month in 2016. But there is a one mistake that if you select the month by a April, August, December, it's the ascending order, and when you select by a descending, it is like September, October. This is the sales amount, descending or ascending. So tell me what to do with the Jan to December. You have to just click on this month column. Okay, there is an option here as sort by column. You just go this and sort by month number. When you sort by month number, it will increase your give the value into the Jan to December in the good way. See Jan, Feb, March, April. So now we have done with this. And now see, in this table, we have a year, month, sales amount, and budget amount. But in this table, when I go to format, shadow, and border now. So in this table, we have a value, sales and budget. When I select this sales value has a sum, average, minimum, maximum, count, and count, this kind of column. And this is called as implicit measure. Okay, this is called as implicit measure, and same way with the budget also. This is called as implicit value of your sum. Means Power BI automatically make sum of your sales line, sales row, as well as budget row. This is called as implicit measure. And now we are going to explain as, first I write it as text box and I write as implicit. Same way, just copy and paste. Now I put it as explicit measure. So now for explicit measure, I am just doing some DAX function calculation. And for DAX function, I am going to modeling, new table. Guys, if you have any doubt, you can ask me right now. This is your just a table name. You don't need to connect this table with your relationship because this is just a separate table. This is for your group of measure only, group of measure of table, so that you can find this measure at any time with only this table. Okay, so I just click two measure right now, total sales and total budgeted only. Total sales value, click on this sum. See, sum means a column name and add all the number in a sum. It means add all the number in a column. In a column means a total of sum. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, line by line. And Jasmeet, this one is known as row contest. Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
this is known as row contest because your every first column add, second column add, third column add, fourth column add. It is known as row contest. Okay. And now I'm going to add as sales amount. This one. And see, when you put as sales amount, it does not mean it is added directly from A to AZ. No, in Excel, in the same way. No, it is not as Excel. It will increase your value one by one. For one by one. If your row has removed, then it will remove your value. If row has increased, it will increase your value. It is known as row contest. If your Excel, same way, when I click on just enter, just a minute. When I click on just enter, I copy this same table, copy and just paste. And instead of sales amount, instead of budget amount, I use as a sales value. And see, first one, this is the explicit measure. Second thing, the value is same. And third thing, go to this table, your sales table, and where is sales amount? This is your sales amount. Okay, this one. So this function, this sum function, add one by one, and it is known as row contest. Okay, but in Excel, this sheet, sales amount. This is your sales amount. If you want to add this sum and make the range, see the range is sales amount till the range. You have put the range here, but in the DAX function into Power BI, you don't put the range. You put the row contest. Row contest means if your row in the Power BI desktop, if you add a row into this, add a row, your sales value is automatically increased by adding this row. Okay, so that is the reason that we should use in the DAX should use as a row contest and filter contest. Now, okay, or you have any doubt? Same way for the budget, click on new measure. And why we creating an implicit or explicit? You have already know why we creating. You know na? Hello guys, you know or not know? Can you hear me? I think my mic is no muted. Can you hear me all or not?
Yes. Yes, we are able to hear.
Okay, so you know why we making this implicit or explicit measure. What is the difference between this? Same way, click on this table, total budget, and see the value is same. Go to this total budget and formatting into comma delimiter. It means every row or every month your value will be the same, but explicit measure is used only for one time. Sorry, implicit measure is used only for one time, or not only for explicit, not only for filter purpose, but explicit measure is used for multiple calculation. That is the reason that we should always calculate the explicit measure for our tabular presentation or for any visualization presentation. Just formatting. Okay, so these two tables we have done. And now one more thing, filter contest. Row contest is over. What is filter contest? See, in this table, sales table, at the end we have a amount of sales amount and tax amount. Okay, so if you sell someone, okay, if you sell like customer to customer, you have added the tax into the sales.